A depraved Wallsend paedophile, Craig Binns, who solicited a mother for £300 to sexually exploit her young granddaughter, has received a 4-year prison sentence after she documented his repugnant texts and denounced him to the authorities. Craig Binns, 31, met the woman on a dating site less than 3 weeks prior to sending communications in which he boasted of having previously compensated others to permit him to sexually abuse their children, including £1,000 to assault a 2-year-old girl, as presented in Newcastle Crown Court in May. The indignant woman submitted the screenshots to the police, resulting in his apprehension. Craig Binns, residing on Cross Avenue in Wallsend, entered a guilty plea to 3 charges in court, including the attempt to procure the sexual services of a minor and the arrangement of a child sex offence. Craig Binns and the victim communicated for several weeks prior to their meeting in November, during which he drove her in his car, as claimed by prosecutor Claire Anderson. The woman was entirely unaware of Craig Binns' sinister intentions. Subsequently, the individual, who had provided the woman with the fictitious surname Dudgeon, broached the subject of residing at her residence and proposed a sexual encounter involving a minor according to court testimony. He also inquired of the woman whether she had ever contemplated engaging in sexual relations with those aged 1 and above. Ms. Anderson continued. Craig Binns's malevolent intents were revealed when he learnt that the woman had a 10-week-old granddaughter and solicited graphic photographs of the child, promising compensation for them, as stated in court. The father of 2 also posed unsettling questions on if the mother had had sexual contact with the infant and if he could be alone with the youngster. The woman wisely captured screenshots of their Snapchat discussions and submitted them to the authorities. Nevertheless, she persisted in her interactions with Craig Binns, motivated by a need to get further information regarding him and the possible danger he represented to children, Ms. Anderson clarified. Craig Binns persistently solicited the mother for financial compensation to enable his sexual exploitation of the infant, including an offer of £300 in cash for a grotesque sexual act, as presented in court. Ms. Anderson disclosed that Craig Binns had boasted about his reported history of abusing minors, asserting that he had compensated parents to permit him to rape their children, including a 7-year-old girl and a 2-year-old girl, for whom he allegedly paid £1,000. Nonetheless, the trial revealed a lack of evidence indicating that Binns had perpetrated the abuse he claimed to have committed. An examination of his equipment revealed that he had opened his internet account under a pseudonym and conducted unsettling online inquiries pertaining to families involved in sexual activities. Craig Binns first refuted all claims, asserting to the police that the Snapchat communications were contrived. Ultimately, he admitted to all charges, as presented in court. Judge Edward Bindloss condemned Craig Binns's actions, stating that he was attempting to groom the woman and make her an accomplice in his abuse of children. However, the woman did the right thing by promptly reporting to the police, who swiftly apprehended Binns, praised the judge. He commended both her and the officers for their prompt actions. Judge Bindloss expressed that had the woman not demonstrated such courage, he was entirely convinced Craig Binns would have harmed the child. He declared Craig Binns as a high risk to children and stipulated that he must comply with a sexual harm prevention order and register as a sex offender for life.